Alright, what's going on, people? So, let's take a little journey back, right? When I was in college, Norfolk State University to be exact, behold the green and gold. I started to see a lot of people throwing parties and making money from throwing parties. So, at that time I was big in the clubs. I was going to clubs every weekend. So I said to myself, why couldn't I be the guy throwing the hottest parties in the city? And so, I threw some parties. 4 parties, to be exact. And I realized that just isn't me. Those parties were trash. They tanked, nobody came. It was like 6 people in there each party. So I gave that up. So that brings me to today and to this video. This video is real special to me because I'm actually sitting down with somebody who I've actually never even met before, but I've seen at different events throughout the years. And they actually had the model for what I was trying to build at that time. So most people just think that throwing parties is all about just knowing a lot of people. But in this conversation, my guest lets me know that it's way, way more than that. Today we are actually sitting with a guy that's like a little bit like a legend out here, man. Yeah, you've been doing it for a while. So before I introduce you, I actually came across you probably like when I was in college, going to one of the GED parties at Entourage. Everybody was on a red wall back then. Y'all used to throw parties everywhere. Yeah. So
a lot of parties.
Yeah, and y'all still been going strong for probably about 15 years. So for the people that don't know you, who are you and what do you do?
Cope, one member of GED, 1/3 of GED Entertainment, and owner of Culture Lounge, Korkin company.
All right. So, like I said, y'all been doing it for a while, but what made you actually get into throwing events to begin with?
With my company GED, my guys, we came together. I was doing like little house parties, and they were doing events with Kurt Anderson, and me and Larry sat down.
This was like Ultra Lounge days or before that?
This was before that. This was before Ultra Lounge. This was before we did anything at Entourage. We Entourage was open. It was called something else then. What was it before
Rain.
Entourage? Rain. It was called Rain. Yeah. So this was like rain days. So we came together and was just like we was gonna do an event. It was right as soon as Entourage was transitioning to Entourage from Rain. And we did an event together on Tazewell. It's a seafood spot now. It was called Club Soda.
Yeah. Club Soda. Now it's Big Easy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of how we started. We did an event there. It turned out very, very well. We was unorganized as hell. We had no security. We didn't have a DJ. We had like a CD playing from DJ Ruckus. But it turned out very well. You know what I'm saying? So it catapulted us into like, we need to continue doing this party stuff.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you said y'all made a couple mistakes starting out. What were some of the mistakes that besides those things like not having a DJ or security? What other mistakes do you feel like you made with those first couple of parties?
Honestly, we didn't make too many mistakes. Like even though those was considered mistakes, we have no issues. So it didn't come off as a mistake. It just was just learning as you go that you need security. Obviously, you need a DJ. Obviously, but
matter of fact, a better question, Mike. What are some things that now that you look back on, you be like, yeah, we kind of fucked that up, but we end up getting better, down the line.
I would say. It would be not recent, but more recently, it would be just always preparing for the future. And I can't say we really messed it up because we obviously did because we're still here, but we had some great opportunities when we had Complex, which was the old mansion. And
one of the greatest clubs ever.
It definitely was the greatest club ever.
That was an experience.
Crazy day parties there at Complex. And we could have squandered the money, because you know what I'm saying. We could have balled out personally in our own lives, but we were at least smart enough to save. So when that opportunity ended, we were able to do the next situation, which was Aura, which cost. You know what I'm saying? So we had to like be able to buy ourselves into a situation, and because we were smart enough or at least forward thinking enough to be like, man, let's this ain't gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? So that has always been a situation, or that has always been relevant in our career, I guess, is that we prepare for the future. So even with having this business period, Aura, when that situation ends, you see culture. When that situation's fine, but like, and then you'll see me do other stuff, or everybody do other stuff. So it's because planning for the future, because with these businesses, nothing lasts forever.
Okay. So like when y'all was starting out, did y'all have like any like mentors that kind of showed y'all the ropes when it comes to having your own spot? Well, not even having a spot, but like throwing events, all that type of stuff.
We had people that came before us. Mentor, if you really like look at mentorship, I wouldn't say we had that, because they could have gave us more gems. They could have talked to us more. Nobody really did. But if I'm gonna give it to somebody, I would definitely give it to Terry Webb. We had a couple conversations. I tell him to his face, that's my guy. We could have did more. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to. So Kurt Anderson didn't really, not a lot, but you know what I'm saying? But he was around, you know what I'm saying? And he showed us things as far as party promotion. So putting himself on the fly all the time. So maybe like little, it's always little stuff. But
you just kind of pick up just by looking, probably not by like actual conversation.
That's how I always learn in life. Like I can't say nobody ever sat me down and say, bro, I'm gonna teach you how to do this so you could go take it there. That really doesn't happen, you know what I'm saying? But I saw my father do stuff. I watched the guy that built our sections at Aura, build them, and I just watched him. He didn't even talk to me. He didn't even know I was probably watching. And like next thing I know, I'm building sections at Aura, because it's just, if you want to learn, you'll learn. Nobody has to like sit you down and teach you. So technically we didn't have a mentor, but I definitely watched people.
Okay. All right, so like I said, y'all was doing the parties for probably about 10 plus years or so. So what was the thought process when y'all like, you know what, we're gonna transition from just throwing the parties to owning the venue?
I think that was always a natural transition, always probably a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in the business of when you're throwing parties, people will say to you, man, you're making everybody else rich by doing these events and stuff. So it's always prevalent in conversation. But at some point, it just went from managing spaces to, let's get our own. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody over me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody to tell me what I can and what I can't do. So it's that just came naturally.
Okay. So what advice would you give, say, some promoters out there that want to go from throwing their own parties to actually getting a bar, getting a little lounge, a club, or what have you?
I would just say just learn the business first, man. Like, watch, you know what I'm saying? Learn, ask, and figure out first. And then from there, if this is what you want to do, then, just continue. But be the best at the thing you're in first. Like, some people, like, if you're a trash promoter and can't bring nobody out, but now you want to own something, like, you haven't even mastered your first craft. Like, and I think that's in every craft. Like, I'm not saying in that, but if you like a trash mechanic, now you want to own the mechanic shop. It's like, you cannot even change oil, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn your basics. You know what I'm saying? So we were good promoters first. You know what I'm saying? So if push come to shove, well, promoters ended, we could promote our own spot. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to be self-maintained first. Like we could do this ourselves if nothing else. So learn your craft, be good at your craft. While you're doing that, learn the business. We literally took every step. Like we didn't skip any steps. You say you've been hitting on us for like 10 to 15 years of doing this business. We went promoter, management, ownership, as far as even buying into it, we still had owners. So we learning there to own by ourselves, to now owning myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every step. So many people will skip so many steps and just jump straight to like, now you're like missing all the parts where you don't.
People feel like they got a little bit of money, so like, know what, instead of promoting, I'm gonna just
go straight. But that's where it goes back to what I said earlier in the conversation, that why I closed early. That person was the best construction owner or whatever. So I'm gonna just own a club now, and now you fumbling and flopping and trying to figure it out. And it doesn't, but you do get in the way of people that actually are doing good business.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that's it.
So you mentioned something before, as far as, you know, if promoters go away, y'all could do that. So what do you feel like makes a good party promoter?
Just consistency. Consistency. Throwing good events, being creative, not doing the same exact thing everyone else is doing, taking risks. You have to have a little bit of money because you're going to lose, you're going to flop, and you have to be able to pay these people. Like, so at the end of the day, it comes back to like being a good ethical person. Like, so you throw a party, you flop, you owe security, DJ, host, and all this other stuff. You can't pay nobody. Now your name is mud.
Yeah, people don't want to work with you.
They don't want to work with you. Yeah, you don't want to pay. And there's a lot of those people out here. Like, I don't mess with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't pay me the last time. So it all goes back to just the beginning. Of ethical person, creativeness. You got to have a little bit of something from somewhere else to at least get your foot in the door to be able to throw an event, just in case it doesn't go well, because there's no guarantees.
Is there a way to get around the flop? Or does everybody eventually?
Everybody's going to eventually flop. If you're going to really throw, now you're going to throw one-time parties every now and then, maybe not, because you're preparing for a long time. But even those, you could have, you know, a party you've been playing for 3 months and it snows that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you already put money down and everything.
There's no canceling sometimes. So you know, catch this L. Like, it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is flopping. And we threw thousands of parties. We flopped. It happens.
Is there a flop that y'all threw that kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, it is. It's honestly probably our only loss. Like what we actually lost, not like lose, like everybody bring in $100. Like we lost like a couple $1,000s or whatever, and that's the only one that stands out. It was at Guaz.
Guaz in Virginia Beach.
Guaz in Virginia Beach, yeah. And we had like an artist and stuff, and it just didn't work out like we wanted it to. We picked a bad night, honestly, but you know, it happens.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now that you got all these, you know, clubs and spots now, like, what's kind of like the vision for where you're trying to take everything?
Funny thing, I don't like talking about like what I got next because I don't want to jinx stuff. But I just continue success, branch out. We have a couple things coming, GED and culture. Add on to that stuff. Master a couple things because we're dealing more with restaurants too now, and that's really a whole different ball game. So mastering that. And
y'all got a great spot in Korkin, because I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, it is, man.
Good food, good drinks, all that. So nice environment.
Yeah, mastering that. It takes time. Like I said, restaurant. That's like owning a restaurant, owning a club is you might as well own construction and real estate. It's two different business, man. So it's like once you learn it, then you might, you know, like I said, we got some other stuff coming, and just figure it out, man.
Okay. All right. So for people that, you know, trying to get you for whatever, like, where can people find you at?
Instagram is GED_Cope, COPE. Facebook is my real name, Michael Copeland. GED_Cope is everything, like Twitter and all that stuff, but I don't really be up there. That's it.
All right, cool. I definitely appreciate you taking time out of your crazy day to kind of just do this quick little interview.
No problem.
Yeah, so once again, this is Shy Harris, and this is the people I met online, and we are out. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you for our sponsors, The Perfect Co., which is a lifestyle apparel company located in Virginia. So head over to their site, perfect.com, to see all that they have to offer. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking this video as well as subscribing to my channel. And that's pretty much all I got. So I am out.